And welcome back to the Metal Hand of God podcast. I am your host, Wayne, and with me today is not the Rum Guy, the man, the myth, the legend, the Rum Guy. No, he had to be away. He had to go do personal business, probably jacking in a stall somewhere, thinking about, little people throwing Eggos at him, covered in
that always works for
blueberry syrup.
Yeah, that always works for me, but I like maple.
But today we have a very special co-host. He comes from the land down under. My nuts. It's Mr.
Chris. AKA not Rum Guy.
Yeah, it's Chris. He's also the host of the Heroes and Heels segment on our show. You would know him as the Undertaker or some shit like that. I don't know, some gay shit he picked. I can't remember. My bad. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like you want to hurt somebody. It's just.
No, not somebody, buddy.
Just me, right? Just me. Just me. Yeah. All right. So enough of me blabbing about Chris and his worthlessness.
And the greatest wrestling podcast segment on the MHOG network. No.
That's true. It is. It's because it's the only one.
But hey, we'll take any accolades we can get.
That's true. I give it to you, man. I give it to you. I don't know how I'm going to give it to you, but I'll give it to you. But we do have a guest today. He comes from
Missouri.
That's right. Kansas
City, Missouri.
That's right.
KC in the building.
I don't think we've ever had anybody from Missouri. It's Mr. Matt Steffens. I said it right, correct?
You did. You said it correctly.
Good. See?
People call me Matt Stevens. So.
It's not. How would they call you Stevens?
I don't know, dude. They see two F's and they just assume it forms a V in some magical way. I don't know.
Oh, so wait, it's not Matt Steffens?
No, but that would be his porn name.
So I guess I Googled the wrong guy.
Yeah.
But I've been called Stiffy Steffens and stupid stuff like that.
Ooh, nice.
It's a good one.
That is a good one. That is a very, very, very good one. But Matt draws for Tops. Am I correct? Does it say it's Tops, or is it just like just a bunch of other companies as well?
Yeah, it's Tops primarily. I did a stint with Upper Deck, but that didn't really go so well. So Tops, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he does. What's really funny is we talked about you, Matt, in a prior show. So I kind of laid the groundwork about who you are and what the fuck you do, and I probably said a bunch of wrong shit because, we only talked for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes between you trying to teach me how to use an x-ray machine. So it's kind of...
How's that going, by the way? Everything good there?
Oh, yeah, man, it's going great. Like, I don't have the errors or the problems with, like, shoving that thing in there.
Perfect.
It reminds me of like, when they first shoved the ghost into the Ghostbusters chamber, that noise it makes.
The containment unit.
Yes. And so I always pretend that I'm doing that.
Which one do you pretend you are? Vakeman?
Of course. Fuck.
Winston? A little fetish going on there?
Yeah.
No one wants to be Egon, huh?
No. Why would... No. He didn't even get the girl who was throwing herself at him.
That mold, spores, and fungus guy. That's cool.
That's true.
I'm going to need a sample of that.
Yeah. So speaking of Ghostbusters, do y'all have opinion on that former Ghostbuster movie?
Talking about the all-girl cast?
Yeah. Does anybody have an opinion about that?
Hated it.
I never saw it.
You didn't like it, or you liked it, Matt?
I never saw it.
No?
You didn't miss nothing.
Yeah.
I just decided, why taint the original?
Yeah. I mean, I watched it. Don't get me wrong, I watched it. Don't hold that. And I don't know. It was pretty. Like, it was really pretty. Like, the effects in that movie were fucking incredible.
That it was.
Like, the ghosts look really cool and all that shit. But I kind of thought it was flat.
My biggest issue was it wasn't in the same universe. Like, you had some of the cast from the original,
but there were other people.
Yeah, and that really just like fucked it up for me all the way around. I was like,
threw you for a loop. Yeah. Matt, so you know what, man? You're not missing anything. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Unless you have to end up...
Why not keep it in the same universe? I mean, the story writes itself.
Yeah. I mean, one of our buddies, Tim Lottie, who actually draws Ghostbusters for IDW, is, he's got to draw all that shit, and he, like he said, he says, "Hey, whatever, it's in my same universe, I gotta, because he's got to draw everybody together. I think, like I've seen covers that he's done that has all
with
all
the crossover,
all
with the
of
old
them.
and
Yeah,
that would have made that movie just that much better for me. Like if it was in the same universe, it could have been the same exact movie with Dr. Peter Venkman.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Well, I mean, they have the new one coming out, right?
I cannot wait to see more than just that little
clip.
Yeah, I mean just that little the Ecto one.
See, that's what brought the whole subject up. Is once we were talking about me making that noise and pretending that I was doing that, I was thinking about the new film, and I'm curious on which way they're going to go with it. I read some article that said that they were going to be doing something like, of course, everybody is going to be back. So far, I don't know if Murray's going to do it yet, though.
I'm not sure everybody's going to return.
According to what they said, everyone's in. Even fucking Harold Ramis, not Harold Ramis. Yeah, even Harold Ramis, because he's dead.
Yeah, that'd be a hell of a comeback.
You know what? If they bring him back, that would be incredible. They should bring him back as a ghost.
That would be awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Like, how cool would it be? Like, Egon dies, and they bring him back as a ghost, but he's young Egon in that ghost form. You know what I'm saying? Like, he
that
can
would
come
be
back.
Awesome. Yeah.
Kind of
that's a good idea. They could help him solve a caper or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's back for a reason. You know what I'm saying? To help somebody do something or some shit like that.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Kind of like the old Star Wars thing where the ghosts at the end of the film or like they're in the Jedi form. Crap, the dead ones.
That would be nice.
Which really pissed me off when they took away the old one and put that dumb shit in it.
When they took the original actor out.
Yeah, way to go.
Some things you just shouldn't mess with.
Right. Like what?
Like that being one of them.
What else? If there's something in the universe of that we're talking about, any realm, any film, any thing that you guys have seen that you like remake wise that you think they should never have done, what do you think it was?
I would probably have to say the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked it.
No, I mean Freddy's always going to be just one guy.
I'm not saying that there should be multiple Freddy Kruegers or whatever, but I say that film was way more gritty and actually dirty horror movie than the original films. The original films are campy and funny.
Maybe
That's what makes them good.
Exactly.
What's that?
Exactly.
That's what makes them good.
Well, no, I'm not saying they're bad. I love those films. Like I do. I just really dug the way they went with this one because they actually showed more of like how fucked up Freddy Krueger really was, and he wasn't like this silly, bad guy.
I mean, that's what you watch Nightmare on Elm Street for. It's for like, a cool ass kill and then a catchy catchphrase. Welcome to primetime, bitch.
Yeah.
Something like that. A little
I
witty,
get it.
a little witty comment as he's like slicing and dicing.
Right. And like I said, I love his movies, man. Those movies are fucking incredible. I'll watch them all day long. All of even the real shitty ones towards the end, but I still like them. But I really, yeah.
I was going to say the Friday the 13th, speaking of Freddy, but what is it? When he takes Manhattan, he punches that dude's head off.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite kill of all of Jason.
Dude, Jason, did Jason Takes Manhattan? Was that the name of it? Yeah. That fucking film, when they announced that, I will never forget that. Because I was like, what the fuck are they doing? Even at the age I was going, this sounds really bad. This sounds terrible.
Yeah, talking about beating a dead horse. And I mean, the ending, I never fully understood that, so.
Who knows? It would have been better if Jason went to Broadway and started dancing at the end.
For real. A killer musical number.
Yeah.
Let's start spreading the bodies.
Mama.
Oh, Lord.
Fuck, man. So, speaking of horror films, man, Matt, what are some of your favorites besides the two we just named, of course?
I've been on like a Cloverfield kick lately.
Nice.
Been watching those 3 films. And I just love zombie movies, man. That's probably my biggest. Anything George Romero or
Yes.
some of the remakes
Yes.
are pretty good. And then like 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, and all that. Those are good.
Yeah, man, dude. Like 28 Weeks Later and 28 Days Later, are probably two of my favorite zombie films of all time. And of course, Night of the Living Dead and Romero stuff was
definitely
fucking priceless.
I didn't quite understand the whole 28 Days trilogy. The one with Sandra Bullock just didn't fit in for me.
You're so fucking stupid.
You sit there till the very end. Where's those zombies, man?
What the hell happened? Where'd they go?
Yeah, I'm waiting for them all to get on a fucking bus or something,
It's so terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an hour and a half wasted of my life.
So let's get into Matt. We've been talking about a bunch of other shit. We got a guest on, and we ain't even fucking ask the man any questions.
Let's act like we know what we're doing here.
Let's act like we're supposed to be, interviewing a guy and not like just bullshitting about movies. So anyway, Matt, so what got you into doing the cards and stuff, like for the companies? I mean, it can't be an easy gig to get.
Well, no, I wouldn't say it's easy to get, but it's. I guess we can start way back in the olden days when coffee was nickel. So no, I say it's probably about 2014. I started working emergency, so I had late nights and I had nothing to do. So I just decided maybe I'll just start drawing again. And about 2 years later, 2016. I'd started posting a bunch of my fan art of Garbage Pail Kids and Star Wars stuff on forums. Remember those? When people actually went to that before Facebook and stuff. Like online forums. And then some of the Garbage Pail Kid artists were there, and they kind of encouraged me to apply and drop off my portfolio to Tops. And then they just invited me to do a Garbage Pail Kids, and I've been doing it since.
That's awesome. That was actually going to be my first question. Like, was you into the Garbage Pail Kids, like, the originals, and is that what brought you into it and stuff like that? So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, just like any kid of the '80s, Garbage Pail Kids were, they were stuck all over your walls. They were stuck in your desk at school. They were everywhere. And I've always loved them. And life happens, and you lose your collection. And I just happened to notice that they were still. I noticed them at Target one day. I was like, wow, Garbage Pail Kids are back. So I just started buying them and then just started drawing them and kind of jumped into a bunch of groups. There's a Garbage Pail Kids underground website that kind of spawned a lot of artists that are actually out there now.
Nice.
It's kind of interesting, but a lot of fans kind of turned into the artists now, which is awesome. Kind of the old school guys handing over the reins, so to speak. But some of the old school guys still there.
I was when I was Googling you and whatnot, I actually seen some sketches you did, like 30 years of Garbage Pails, and it was the old names and then the newer names, and I thought that was pretty badass,
Thanks, man. Yeah, that were they like the pencil drawings?
Yeah, it was. It was like just like the pencil sketchings and all. I think it was like 9 of them or something like that. It was like DKJ. I can't even off the top of my head. I'm drawing a blank right now, but it was pretty badass. Like there was Nasty Nick, Evil Eddie, and all of those.
Yeah, like the Series 1 stuff. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
That's actually what I did before I started with Tops. Is I had practiced drawing like all the original series sets. I got through Series 3 and it was halfway through Series 4 when I got my first invite. So I was like, okay, I guess that's practice enough. So
that's pretty. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of fucking cards, dude.
Yeah. I mean, they require you to do a lot of cards. I mean, right now I'm sitting on. I have 40-some Star Wars cards. I just finished 40 Ninja Turtles cards, and they only give you a month and a half.
Really, you only have a month to do it?
Yeah, sometimes even less. I think the shortest deadline I had personally was 2 weeks.
Wow.
Everyone else had 3 weeks, but because I travel for work, my real job, I missed the shipment by a week.
Oh shit! So yeah,
I had to haul ass to get that set done.
So I mean, walk us through the process if you could. Like, how does it go down? Like, they send you, okay, we want this character, this is our vision, or I mean, how much of it is actually your interpretation of what they want and stuff like that?
Yeah, or do you get like a script?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the set and what franchise it is. I mean, Star Wars has certain rules as far as, like, you can't draw the death of Han Solo, which, I spoiled it. Sorry if no one's seen it.
Wait, they put it in the film, but you can't draw it.
Right. We can't draw like shirtless Kylo Ren.
That's
we
in the
can't
film.
draw a ruin like a smashed Vader's helmet. They don't allow that.
What?
But these are also rules that are passed down from Disney and Lucasfilm. It's not just Topps.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and you can't draw Leia in her fucking slave girl outfit either.
Actually, yeah, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, that's a
No.
rule.
Fucking pussies.
Like I made sure that no matter how many figures I sell out of my Star Wars stuff, that those do not leave my presence.
Probably because they're all
Because-
sticky.
No, it's not because they're sticky.
Yeah,
It's
no one wants them now.
because everybody wants those.
Yeah,
Like I have
yeah.
a Leia Barbie, like that, a big full size Barbie. When you open the box, it's her and R2 with the serving tray on his head and stuff from the skiff. And
Nice.
I was offered $500 for it, and I was like, no,
Okay,
I
yeah,
said,
just imagine if he's offering $5. Just imagine.
Yeah, imagine what I'll get later.
Exactly.
since you can never do that again.
Yeah, since the world turned into a bunch of fucking sensitive sissies.
I just never understood that, man. I really don't understand why that's such a big deal in the Star Wars universe. Why they can't let her have her metal bikini, you know?
I can tell you why. It's because Disney is the owner, and Disney does not want to portray like a sexual nature. They're about kids, man. That's why.
Well, I get it, but they also spawned out people like Miley Cyrus and a bunch of these other dope heads that are out there.
Well, I mean, look at it this way. You know, you can't have Princess Leia in her slave outfit, but you got fucking Ariel running around with fucking seashells on her titties. You know, I mean,
Right.
come on, where's the double standard there? You
Because
know?
that's a cartoon.
Yeah, I mean, if you go further into that story, I mean, you look at, I think some of the writers or the artists were sued because they drew a bunch of dicks in the background. If you
They did.
remember that.
They did. I actually own the copy of The Little Mermaid that has the castle with the giant dick on it.
Nice.
Yeah. And I also own the was it Rescuers that has
Yeah,
the
yeah.
naked girl in the window.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I have that too. Yeah, and there was a bunch of other stuff too. Like some of the Disney guys were fucking crazy. Like there was some part in another Rescuers movie that the little mice run across a newspaper, and the headline, when it runs fast, it says "Fuck you, Disney" across it.
Oh wow.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
I believe it was like Aladdin, the guy performing the little ceremonies, and like the original cut looks like he's got like a heart on. And
No,
shit.
that's in the Little Mermaid.
That's in the Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's
I
in The
remember
Little
that.
Mermaid.
I remember that little dick was somewhere.
But yeah, continue.
Well, maybe another movie because they reuse animations too. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look for it in Toy Story 4. You know.
Which I'm very excited to see. By the way,
Coming in Toy Story 4, Woody with a Woody,
Woody.
and it buzzes.
It's a whole new name for him, right? Woody.
He grabs his crotch, says, "You got a friend." I guess that's what Bo Peep would be saying. But
I don't know. Bo Peep's kind of a weird character to me because she's evolved so weird lately. Like in the first episode, the first season,
Toy Story, episode 1.
Yeah, first episode,
One.
she was like just, "Hi, Woody, I'm here," and then she's like, "Touch my sheep."
Yeah.
The second one, she's a little more mouthy. The third one, she's just like throwing her shit at everybody.
Just fuck the sheep. Come get this. Yeah.
And then now this one, she looks like Rambo. I don't understand what's going on.
She's back and she's pissed.
You know. Now the one who was really throwing it at people was Barbie in Toy Story 3.
Oh yeah.
She was like, "Oh,
Nice.
Ken, can I come move into your big fancy house? Come on."
Like that bitch didn't have her own dream house. Huh?
Right? She's like, "No, I'm going to go to that motherfucker's dream house. I'm going to take his shit."
Cadillac and horses, and she got all kinds of stuff.
Right. I mean, that is one character that should not be bitching about not having enough accessories.
Yeah, let me see that whole bend at the knees.
Not going to happen.
Yep. Got everything but that.
No, she don't got everything. She is not anatomically correct.
She is not.
No,
She's
neither is
not.
Ken.
No.
Ken's like what was the angel in Dogma? Fuck. I can't think of the name.
Okay.
The one that Alan Rickman played. I can't remember. His pants came off and he was like a Ken doll. Flat. Because angels don't have nothing.
Kind of like the vampires in The Strain. When the transformation is complete, their shit falls off.
Yeah, for real.
That's one of those things they don't tell you in the beginning.
So So I'm sorry, we're rudely interrupting you, telling us your story about how you go about doing these things.
Oh, it's no worries, man. Yeah, so basically what they do is they send an email first saying, "Hey, artists, we're inviting you to do whatever set's coming out, and we'd like you to contribute X amount of cards. Here's the amount you get, and then they're due by this date. And then if you say yes, then they send them to you. If you say no, then obviously it doesn't happen. And then they send you this like white box of cards that has styrofoam in it, and then there's a bunch of blank cards inside of it. And then they'll send you an envelope with your contract. You sign that, and then you just obey whatever rules they have and make it by the deadline. Don't lose your cards.
That's cool. Do you no, we're not going to ask you like personal stuff, but y'all get paid by the amount of cards, or is it just by job? Just out of curiosity.
We get paid per card.
Per card. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I guess what I'm wondering, just say like with the Garbage Pail Kids, so like, I mean, they send you the blank cards, and as long as you stay within their guidelines, do they send you like the particular character ideas, or is that something, or do they tell you, I want Atom Bomb,
we just
but
need
I
a
want it
shit
to be
ton of
like
cards,
this,
yeah.
or, I mean, I just wanted to see how much of it is actually you and then your inspiration and like, stuff like that.
Yeah, every sketch card that we do, there's certain requirements about things that we can't draw, but everything else is pretty much our choice. And then they don't want you to go to what they call off model, or basically they don't want you to draw Atom Bomb in the style of Pokemon or something. Right? They want it to look close to the card, but not too off the wall.
Now, if you drew him as Pikachu, I would love that. That would be awesome.
That, not on an official Topps card, but when they're sketch cards, like for example, you can't draw Stanley. They did a Stanley Garbage Pail Kid. They don't allow that. You can't draw Gene Simmons. They did a Kiss card of him. And I'm sure you guys know why, because he doesn't make any money off of it. So
right, because he's an asshole.
And then there's a couple. We can't draw. There's only one Star Wars related one. Bonus points if you guys know who it is. But you can't draw that anymore.
There's only one Star Wars related card a character you can't draw. Would it be Harrison Ford?
No. It's a Garbage Pail Kid that's based off a Star Wars character. There's only one that was ever made.
Oh fuck! I don't. You know what? I don't remember because what year did that card come out?
It was in the very first set.
Wasn't it like a Luke Skywalker or something with the missing hand or something like that?
Ashcan Andy. It was the R2-D2 one.
R2-D2. Shit. Okay, yeah, Ashcan Andy. I remember that now. Okay.
Yeah, that was my second guess.
No, it wasn't. You have no fucking idea.
Not a fucking.
That was from the first wave, first series.
Yep, very first set.
Yeah. See, I didn't have many from the first set. I had what's his name? Nasty Nick, the vampire. I had one card of him, and that was it from wave 1. Because I got
Series 1.
Because I got into him on Series 2 when I was a kid. And I had every fucking Series 2 card, like everything. And then I was stupid and stuck them to shit and stuff like that. And I'm going, and then what my mom thought was a smart idea, which God rest her soul, it was a smart idea back then. She gave me one of those old photo albums that have the sticky shit on them. To stick my cards in it, so I stuck them all in there, thinking, "Oh, that's cool." Boy, you try to get those out after 10 years, 15 years, they just ripped all the cards to shit,
Yep.
Yeah.
So what I could save, I put in those binders that are right there in front of you.
Okay, I was wondering what those were.
Yeah, those are my card binders. Like I have thousands of cards in there, and it's like it's a lot of Star Wars cards. Lots of Star Wars cards.
Nice.
And lots of Garbage Pail Kids. I do have some wacky packs. I have some off-brand type not comic cards. Like funny cards, like Garbage Pail Kids. There was like this for years. They did these baseball ones.
Okay.
Oh, like the baseball gross outs.
That's it. Yeah, I have like I have like almost a whole series of those.
Awesome.
Nice.
When I used to work at here we go. We're gonna age myself. When I used to work at Woolworth, I used to buy them by the boxes because we would have them there, And instead of, I was a kid, I was making hardly nothing. I was making like $4 an hour, $4.50 an hour,
and like a quarter a pack. So
and they would allow you to use your check, you charge against your check.
Oh,
So about the time I fucking decided I was gonna get a check, it was like $3. You know,
no check, you get a bill from.
yeah, I'm like negative on my check because I'm buying fucking Garbage Pail Kids and those things and fucking alien toys. Remember when the alien toys came out for I want to say it was Alien 3.
Yeah.
When they had all the really weird ones.
Like the gorilla alien.
Yeah.
The crab
Yeah,
alien.
I bought all those. I bought all those from Woolworth.
The ones that had like absolutely shit to do with the movies.
Yeah,
other than the logo on them.
Yeah, that was it.
You'll never see that one in the movie.
Yeah, I was like, where'd this fucking dude? I never seen this, man. I was getting all amped up because I think that was right before Alien 3 came out.
It was, because they didn't expect to see him in the movie. I remember that, too.
Yeah, because I was pumped. I was like, man, they're going to have these fucking weird-ass aliens in here. And then we see this blurry-ass piece of shit that was running around that they decided to use CGI for, and it wasn't that good.
Yeah. Yeah, but The Rock was in that movie, man.
The Rock was not in that movie.
No, yeah, he was. The guy in the show The Rock.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
I dated myself right there, sorry.
No, it's what's funny though is because I say that all the time and no one gets it. They're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" The show Rock. It was such a good show on TV.
It really was.
Yeah, I didn't get that reference.
Yeah, there was an old TV show called Rock, and it was about a black guy who was he a janitor or he was
a garbage man.
Garbage man.
Okay,
I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
Yeah, and he was the main guy in the show.
I remember that now.
It was such a good show though.
It was. It is. I mean, it's still out there, but it's not.
Yeah, they don't put that much in syndication, man. They would rather put some like Wayne's Brothers bullshit on syndication.
This is true.
Sad. So, right here, guys, we're going to take a break, and we're going to cut in with some concert announcements for the Fillmore. I just want to say, when I get back, I'm going to talk a little bit about the 2 concerts that I went to this week. Yes, I went to 2 shows in 2 days. So, anyway, guys, so here's our Fillmore concert announcement. It's got some shows that have already happened. But where I'm not sitting through and re-editing that, so fuck you guys. You're gonna have to listen to the old shows plus the new ones. So here you go, guys.
Lazy.
Are you ready? Are you ready for a major concert announcement from the Metal Hand of God podcast? This will be epic. Just kidding.
The Metal Hand of God podcast is proud to announce, in association with the Fillmore, New Orleans.
Ladies and gentlemen, Collective Soul, bringing you this dynamic show live on stage. May 12th. Once again, May 12th is the day you want to mark off on your calendar. Have no other plans but to get tickets to this show.
Only at the Fillmore, New Orleans. Here it comes.
Now is the time to get tickets for May 12th. LiveNation.com, go to thefillmore.com or the Metal Hand of God podcast. Click on the links. Block off this day. Collective Soul has been selling out arenas all over the world. Now's your chance to see them live at the Fillmore, New Orleans.
Only at the Fillmore, New Orleans. MHOG Podcast.
You can purchase tickets at the Fillmore New Orleans website, livenation.com, or the Metal Hand of God podcast. Go to their website, click on the links, it'll take you straight there to ticket sales. Collective Soul, Just another great concert brought to you by the Fillmore, New Orleans, making your summer a great one.
So yeah, okay, there was our concert announcements that probably have happened. Some of them did, some of them didn't. Actually, by the time this goes up, I think 4 of those shows will be done. I think there's only going to be 1 left.
But I'm sure they was pretty good shows, though.
Yes, they were. I'll put it this way. If you have Instagram, or if you are following us on Facebook or whatever, I have posted several videos, video clips from the different shows. The show went to, was it Monday? I don't fucking know. What was today?
I believe it was Tuesday and Wednesday.
Well, there you go. So Tuesday, I went to a show Tuesday. I went to see Meshuggah and the Black Dahlia Murder, and those 2 bands were incredible. It's good to see bands that are that heavy pack a venue the size of the Fillmore. Like, I was just
full house, huh?
Yeah, I was amazed because, usually bands like that play like a House of Blues show or stuff like that, and that's
more intimate,
it's no dig against the bands, because I think the bands are great, and I think they need to play bigger venues. But to see that many people at that show, and to actually see a mosh pit the size of the floor was fucking awesome. I was just like, this is so cool. I was like, wow. I'm proud of the city finally.
Might be hope for us yet. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Matt, how the shows are out by you, but like bigger metal acts usually, they don't really come out here very often. I mean, we get shows, but they like to go to of course, like Texas. Texas is a huge metal scene. Like, that area is like, you'll see 4 shows in the different areas in Texas, and then they'll skip over Louisiana and go to like Florida or something.
I'm like, what the?
Yeah, I mean, we get quite a few rock shows. We have a big rock scene out there. I wouldn't say we get a lot of metal necessarily. I guess metal is kind of a broad term. So
it is. I mean, like, anything other than pop and rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, anything other than that. I just used metal because that was the bands I went to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say we have a steady, like, good summer stream of concerts.
That's good. What's the last concert you've seen?
Oh, God, I knew you were going to ask that. It's been too long. Honestly, the last concert I was seeing was Godsmack and Metallica. And this is when my wife and I were dating.
Wow, dude!
And we've been married 13 years. No, 14 years.
Damn, man. You need to go to a show.
Yeah. I know, I keep saying I don't have time, but I do have time. But just do other things.
God, man. I mean,
it's been too long.
Well,
at least you went out on a good note.
Yeah,
the last one you seen was a good one.
That was a good show. You got to see both.
You should have seen Sully. He did this amazing drum solo at the end. It was awesome.
I mean, you got to see 2 bands that were probably pretty much at the end of their careers.
Pretty much.
I mean, honestly, like, what was that? That's 14 years ago, roughly. Yeah. Metallica hasn't put a good album out in 25 years. So, yeah. You pretty much got the end of Metallica. And
the great thing about Metallica Live, though, is that they play all their old good stuff.
Yeah.
Because they know what their fans like.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember when they were on... I didn't see this show, but I remember when they were on the load and reload or unload, whatever the fuck bullshit that was that they put out. When they were on that tour for those records. Or even Saint Anger. When they were on tour for all the... they never played one song from any of those records.
Really? It was all the old stuff?
Yeah,
huh?
they just played stuff prior because they were like... Man, this stuff sucks. Nobody wants to hear that.
I will say that Death Magnetic, that album is pretty good.
That album is good. I enjoyed that record, and I also enjoyed the one that they just put out.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but they were. If you take, like, say 5 songs from Death Magnetic and 5 songs from this, and take those and put them where the next album from Justice is, like Load or Unload or Reload, whatever the shit it was. If you put it there, then it would fall in right, procession, in my opinion. Like, that's where that shit should have been. But of course, you know, I think with the addition to the Man with Danny Trujillo was probably what gave them the juice to write those two records.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
You know, I mean, you take the bass player from fucking Suicidal Tendencies and you say, hey, why don't you join Metallica and I'll give you $1 million sign-in bonus. Yeah, okay. For $1 million, I'd almost lick James Hetfield's ass.
Wow, okay.
I said almost.
Almost. I mean, I'd think about it. You know?
But when I did it, I had to go, yeah.
Of course.
Do you want to lick my ass? Yeah. Sorry.
You just got way too fucking excited there, buddy.
I did. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Sorry, I had to do that. That was funny. Put the echo on it, man. It made it sound better. It made it sound
for added emphasis.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say that shit all day. Watch.
That's gonna be your catchphrase.
But no. Anyway, so I went to 2 shows this week. I went to the Meshuggah and Black Dahlia, and they both killed it. And then last night, I took my son to go see Rob Zombie, and it was so fucking fun. It was so funny. My kid was just, he's 3. He hasn't found his footing on music yet, but boy, he was rocking the fuck out. He was climbing up the rail and grabbing the rail and like shaking it and banging his head and putting the metal salute in the air and all kind of crazy shit. I'm like, look at this little dude.
It's in his blood, huh?
Yeah. But the funny thing was this. I want to say first off that the people at the Fillmore are fantastic. I want to say that these people are the nicest venue that I've ever dealt with. They don't know me from Adam. Like, those people don't know me. I only deal with one lady for our ticket stuff, and the rest of the people have no idea who I am. So I show up. First off, I got a backpack on, okay? And the backpack is his diaper bag. Yeah. So they pull me to the side and they say, "Look, I got to make sure it's okay because they just got a new rule where we can't let backpacks in the building." I'm like, okay, cool, that's cool, I understand. So I'm sitting there and it was like we waiting for like 5 or 10 minutes, and the guy who's doing the thing, he goes, "Man, look, they haven't gotten back to me and I don't want you to miss the show. So look, I looked through it. There ain't nothing in here. You go ahead in there and enjoy yourself." I said, "Are you sure? I don't want you to get in trouble." He goes, "Nah, go ahead, man. Go ahead." So they let me through. So we get in there, and me and my son are just hanging out. We watched the first band, which I don't like to say this about bands often, but do not go see September Morning. They are fucking poo.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I'm being, look, I know we ain't got to worry about Matt going seeing no bands because he ain't never going to go see no damn bands, but I'm just saying.
Maybe when in 10 years or so.
Right, I'll give you another 10 years before you go.
Got like a 1 every 13-year average.
Right. Well, if you have in town down here installing some shit, and I got a show going on, let me know you're here. I'll give you some tickets.
All right, man. I'm gonna take you up on that.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. But so September Morning was not my cup of tea.
Not a fan of it.
No, and maybe just because it was a female vocalist, I don't know.
Okay.
But her stage presence was not that good, and I did not enjoy the show at all, like for her. But so we're sitting there and we're hanging out. We're not sitting, we were standing because we had general admission on the floor. So I'm hanging out with my kid and he's getting kind of unruly, which kids do.
Yeah, he's 3-year-old unruly.
No. Right. And he's getting like fist bumps by like thousands of strangers. Like they're just like, "Look at this dude, yeah!" They're giving, tapping me on the shoulder, telling me I'm a great dad. And I'm thinking to myself, this is like child abuse in some places,
Yeah, for real. Yeah, you're unfit and you bring your kid to a metal show.
Right. Yeah. And so we're talking, and I'm hanging out with him. His big thing is he wanted a Coke. So that's all he wanted was a Coke. So we standing in line. I bought him a $5 glass of Coke. I just want to say, $5 for a cup of Coke.
You better not spill it, boy.
And then they gave me this fucking retarded straw. Have any of y'all tried to drink out of a paper straw?
Oh, yeah. I go to California a lot for work, and that's all they have out there.
That's terrible. It's terrible.
They are terrible.
Like, I'm going to start going to the Fillmore and bringing regular straws, because I have a couple of them over here, so I'm just going to bring it. It's like, you guys want a straw? $5. Pay for my Coke.
You have your own personal straw, dude?
No. Is there a personal straw?
Yeah, you get one with its own little holster. You keep it, like, in your back pocket.
Get the fuck out of here. If you really have one, you need to tell me because I need to go get one.
Oh yeah, I got one.
Oh, dude, I need to go get one now.
We ate at IHOP one day for lunch for work.
Yeah.
And no shit, this woman had 2 straws.
What?
And they had little comfort grips. And they was contoured, and she had one for her water, and she had one for her, I guess it was tea she was drinking.
Vagina.
And when it got all done, she sat there and swished in the water and put them back.
That's
and,
pretty awesome.
You know, I was like, okay.
You know what?
I was actually kidding about that. I didn't think people actually did that.
No, dude. You know what? You know what? You came up with a product now, so that's it. The MHOG podcast will be putting out personal straws. And we're gonna have like a cool little like hoster, like he was saying, you know, and buddy, we'll make some fucking money.
And they're all gonna be metal, of course.
Got to be Metal Hand of God,
the metal straw of God.
No, yeah. So,
it's the MHOG.
The MHOG, you fucking idiot. but yeah, so we're there. We're at the show. We're doing our thing. You know, my kid's getting crazy. The lights are getting ready to go off. The lights go off. Okay. And by the way, my son was obsessed with the light cannon, which is the big cannon that shoots the light across the, you know, like through the spotlight.
Gotcha.
So he's like sitting there. He goes, "Dad, what is that?" I was like, "It's a shooter." He goes, "Whoa!" And he wouldn't stop pointing. Everybody was talking to him. He kept pointing at it and shit.
He's like, "Are y'all fucking seeing
Do
that?
you see this giant gun in the corner?"
In all my fucking years, I have never seen this shit.
And all my 3 years.
They didn't do this shit at Disneyland. What the fuck is this?
What is this? But anyway, so we're just sitting there, and then Zombie comes on, and he's playing his first song, which I don't remember what it was, but it was very good. So I get a tap on my shoulder, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck's behind me? You know, and I know a lot of people at the venue, so it could have been anybody, you know. Yeah. So I turn around, and there's this woman there, and I think she said her name was Sandra. It kills me because I couldn't hear. You know, I have shitty hearing as it is, and it was super loud. And she's like, with a little voice going, "Hi, I'm like, okay, you know."
Well, let's hope she's not a listener.
Well, I'm not making fun of her. I'm just saying I couldn't hear because it was so loud. And so she tells me, "Would you and we, you know, I'm Sandra. I am a manager here, and I see we've been watching you. And we see that you and your son are here. Would you like to come sit in some chairs, you know, and sit down and enjoy the show like this instead of, you know, y'all sitting up here and fighting with him and, you know, doing that stuff?" And I was like, "I'd love to go sit in some chairs." So she brought us up to the little VIP section area and sat us down and gave us we had a whole row to ourselves.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. And then she goes, "Would you like some water or something?" I was like, "Yeah, it'd be great." So she went and got me some water, brought a bottle of water to us and shit. And I was like, I looked at my kid and said, "I gotta bring you to shows more often, man."
You and your sons in there popping bottles, huh?
A bottle of water too. That's
What?
awesome.
Well, yeah. She didn't have to bring me anything. I mean, just the seats alone were fucking fantastic. You know, it was really cool. But like I said, those people, man, know how to treat the people that are in their shows. They don't care what kind of music it is or what venue it is or who's there. You know,
customer. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it was so cool. And like at the end, I found this out as at the end of every night over there, or even during the shows, they have these big buckets of apples, like for anybody to take. Like if you want an apple, you take an apple and eat it. It's free. The owner of the Fillmore, like the whole Fillmore thing, not just the one in New Orleans, like all of them, I believe he was a Jewish man, I think they said, and his parents were put in I don't want to, this sounds rude. He was in Auschwitz, basically. The parents were put in Auschwitz, and Auschwitz?
Yes.
That is
not up on my Jewish history.
That's the Nazis'
concentration camp.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
That's the main one that everybody went and got to the ovens.
Okay. That was the really nice one with the pool and the
breakfast. Exactly.
Okay.
Well, the owner, his family was put in there. I guess I don't know if they made it out. I don't know anything about the man. This was a story that I read on, like, somebody posted this after we made the comment about the apples, and he was a kid in the area, and they would run out and steal apples. So
okay.
to
So
survive,
meaning,
to have
yes.
something to eat. So that has a meaning to him. So that's why he gives everybody free apples at the shows, which is fucking cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
You know, I think it's a cool story, and I think that was a really cool thing to find out. But yeah, it was cool, man, because like even when we were leaving the show, like one of the ladies who was just wandering, like one of the employees just ran up to my kid to give him a big old hug. He's like, "You're so cool," and like I'm like, man, he's gonna be a fucking celebrity at this place. Oh man, speaking of celebrities, we're gonna pause here for a second, and we're gonna play one of the Dreamers' journals. Our co-host Kyle Smith, who has traveled far away to L.A. to become the comedian that he deserves to be, has been doing these little journals. People really like to listen to him. So here you go. Here's Kyle with Little Kyle Goes West. This is a Dreamer's Journal.
Here's a story about a man named Kyle. He drove from Louisiana and went west quite a mile. He ended up in California. Our little Kyle is on his way.
It's wild, human, and free, and all over this nation. They preach against it every Sunday. But I don't think God's listening. You know why? Because he's here, in glorious California.
I can't. It's too big. Size matters not. Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you?
Oh, yeah. Kyle's the man.
Amazing stories and big adventure. It's a dreamer's journey. Our little Kyle goes west.
Hey there, Kyle here. Thoughts from the urinal. Dear Journal. I like pens with a stylus on them. You ever seen anybody? You know they got pens out there that got styluses on them. I love a pen like that. I be stealing all types of pens that got styluses. Don't put a pen like that with a stylus in front of me. I will pocket that motherfucker. And I'll pocket a couple of them just to have around the house. Yeah. Job with it. Okay, I got a job interview, right? Within the day, and I went to that motherfucker, and he had lots of pens with styluses on them. I should have took one, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't take one. He had many, and I was probably like, fuck your company. He made me bend pipe. I got asked, he asked me a ton of questions. He grilled me, and I wasn't prepared for the grilling. But I start Monday, so yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm happy for that. But I do need to figure out who can do black people's hair out here. I need my hair done. So if anybody has any suggestions on how I might get my hair professionally or properly done, the black way. I just need my hair done, basically. I'm pretty sure there's people that can do it the way I need it to be done. I just need to find them. Till next time. A Dreamer's Journal.
Hey, thanks for listening, and check back later for some more amazing stories from Kyle. 'Cause it's a dreamer's journey, and our little Kyle goes west.
Hey there, little fella. This whole place is a giant mind.
Now you listen here. There's nothing but fun. It's a brilliant movie. Now go away.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
All right, so I know, coming back from this little segment here, that Rum is sitting at home being pissed off because I didn't call it Dreamer's Journey. Little Kyle Goes West. And he always tells me, he says, when are you going to get it right? When are you going to get it right? Never. Never.
It's almost to the point now where it's just fun to fucking.
Right. I mean, we even talked about like we were on the when we were on the show with the gentleman who played Chatterer from Hellraiser. We were talking about your segment, Heroes and Heels, and we actually made fun of you. I don't know if you heard that because you don't pay attention. You don't listen to the show. It's okay because you're an asshole.
That's part of my charm.
Yeah, okay. But we actually made fun of you because he was like Heroes and Heels, and Rum goes, "Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was just thinking of like Superman and Pumps when he told me the name."
I didn't pick the fucking name. But you know what? I'll take it.
What it's about?
Well, it can be. It can be. It's like RuPaul's drag show.
Yeah, you never know. Someday you get the chick, someday you get the dick.
Yeah, whichever you like.
Yeah, we aim to please. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a show about fucking men running around in tights,
right?
Basically, colorful undies, rubbing on each other. So I mean, it could go a whole bunch of different ways.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I've got a question now on the
you got one.
The Heroes and Heels. I seen a while back, maybe the last 2 months, they're doing a WWE line of the Garbage Pail Kids. Were you involved in that at all, or?
No, actually, there's certain online sets they do, and they actually have 3 or 4 sketch artists that actually do the paintings. They do those. I was involved in one of the online sets. It was a GPK Classic set where they had probably like 30 of us do 25 cards each, and then but the set didn't really sell that well. So
no,
yeah,
you would think
some
the
online sets do,
diehards.
some of them don't.
I'm surprised, man. I'm
That's
surprised.
what I would think, like the classics. I'm sure the WWE one sucked anyway, cause since you wasn't on them. Just wanted to ask before I made that comment.
See, Topps had just acquired the WWE license from I think Cryptozoic, who's another big card company, and so they were doing anything they can to just push it out there. And there's like 4 or 5 main artists that do the base cards that are mass produced. But the thing that I do is I just do the individual sketch cards that, like the random hit per pack or the odd, the rare card or whatever. That's what I do.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask what like series did you start in? That way I can like, if there are any that I may have that you may have dealt with.
Well, I actually put a list together of every sketch card set that I've worked on, and like I have a few oddball ones. But the very first set that I did that was officially for Topps was Prime Slime Trashy TV, and that was back in 2016.
Nice. I don't know if I have that. I mean, I have a grab that right there, man. That plastic thing. Actually I was digging around. Yeah, I was digging around and I found this damn card saver that I have. Like it's got it's just a plastic box that has like a bunch of shit in it. And I opened it and it happens to have like it's the brand new Series 3 Garbage Pail Kids in it. And I was like, God damn, I wonder if he worked on any of those.
No, that was actually the time when I was submitting a lot of fan art and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because brand new Series 3, there's been probably 40 or 50 sets of Garbage Pail Kids over the years in total.
Yeah.
There's been a lot.
And then I have like some shit called the Chrome cards.
Yeah, Chrome was a cool set. They only did 1 and 2 of those. But no, I did pretty much Prime Slime to whatever's current, which the last set was We Hate the 90s. I did that one.
And I just want to say that inside this Chrome set has the Star Wars one that you were talking about, Spacey Stacy.
Oh, yeah. Dash Cam Indy and Spacey Stacy are the two.
Yeah.
The two that are off limits now.
That's because Disney bought it. And Disney is the new Hitler.
Well, what's funny to me is that Topps has the Star Wars license for sketch cards. I mean, I'm currently drawing a Star Wars sketch card right now. But they won't allow them to use them in the parody spoof of it for some reason. I don't know why.
That's so weird. So weird. Because they don't want you to make fun of their product, probably.
I get it,
Yeah. But they need to have a fucking, sense of humor, man.
Yeah, I mean, parodies sell, I mean, shit.
Look at Weird Al.
Made a career off of other people's careers.
For real.
He sure did. Yeah, he did.
So, What we have in store to see out there for you? Like what stuff that really made no fucking sense what I just said. Did you hear that?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. What's coming out that I'm working on?
Yeah,
currently?
I'm glad you understood that foolness I just said.
So currently I'm working on Star Wars Chrome Legacy, which should be out in August or September, I think. And then I just finished up The Art of Ninja Turtles, which comes out in, I think, late July, early August.
Nice. What I want to know is how random really is it to get a sketch card?
It's random, dude. I mean, they're the way it works is they make all the base cards, right? And then they cut them, and then they take the sketch cards, and they have a factory in Scranton, Pennsylvania, you know where the office is?
Yeah.
And they have people on the assembly line, and they throw these cards in the rollers, and it's kind of interesting backstory because there's some artists that have used like pastels and colored pencils that didn't seal their work, and then once it hits that roller, it smears all that colored pencil, and it totally ruins the sketch. But yeah, it is random. The odds are correct because there's actually a science behind it, and there's a couple people out there that really go too far into it to find out how random it really is. But it is.
I was just curious. I mean, I didn't know if somebody was to buy a case of the cards, if you would actually end up getting one. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
I mean, the odds are pretty spot on. There's going to be the occasional oddball case where it misses that cutoff line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, collectible. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm sitting in the room full of them, including myself, because I'm very collectible.
And there's sometimes, I mean,
okay.
if you get if the odds are guaranteed and you buy a box and you don't get that, if you save the wrapper, like all the wrappers in the box and UPCs, you can send that into Topps and they'll send you a replacement.
No shit.
Kit, so to speak. Yeah, they'll take care of you.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I just think it's amazing. Like, I didn't really understand when you was talking about the sketch cards that I thought it was just something you did and then it was like, copied. I didn't actually realize that it's the actual one that, from your hands.
Yeah, you get it in
from the tip of your pencil to the pack. I
Right.
think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's my original art that goes randomly into a pack.
That is
and then
awesome.
I think the odds are like 1 in 400 packs to pull a sketch. And then whatever the odds are that, if there's 50 to 100 artists out there,
So yeah, so you figure out if you want one of Matt's sketches, you would have to buy 100 times 400 packs to maybe get one.
Yeah, or you could just contact me and I could draw you whatever.
Right.
That's what I was about to ask. Can we just say we know a guy?
Say, bro.
Look, Topps ain't even got to know. Topps ain't even got to know. They don't listen to this show.
Well, it's funny because since I am under contract with them on certain sets, I can draw whatever I want, as far as Garbage Pail Kids, Star Wars, whatever. But I can't mass produce copies of it and sell it as prints, and I can't use their logo or their trade dress,
Right.
the banner, a little bubble for the name and stuff.
Yeah, because I mean it's just like anything else with comic books. It's the same way, all that shit. They don't want you to put out things that are not officially theirs, because you could put a dick on somebody and be like, oh yeah, the Topps put this out.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's why they don't.
Who wouldn't want, Luke Skywalker instead of using a lightsaber, using a dildo?
I'd like to see one instead of Dick and Jane, maybe Dick and Bane.
Oh, that'd be good.
It's a big dick with the mask on. It's like,
Right,
nobody wanted my penis until I put the mask on. Something like that,
That was a very good impression of Bane, by the way.
It was.
First time ever, right here. It's an exclusive.
It was. I enjoyed that.
Well done.
Thank you.
My back is about to break right then.
Ready to climb up out the cave, huh?
Oh, God.
Speaking of clown, did you just watch the new It trailer?
I did.
I watched
so
it for
fucking
the
excited.
second and third time, and I seen so much fucking more than I did originally because I was at work when they dropped it.
I only got to see it once. I only saw it once so far.
I don't know what's up with the fucking old lady running around naked.
Right?
Yeah, she's I totally missed that in the beginning. I did catch where I'm guessing she's Pennywise's daughter or something like that. And she's sitting there when Beverly's looking at the pictures, and she's behind her, and you're like, is she naked? And she just does a little, and she like hauls ass into the kitchen, and then you see her later, and she's like running around the house naked. I was like, hey, come here, you old bitch. What's going on? You know?
Why you want to see some Grey Bush?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
figured as much.
I'm waiting for the uncut version on DVD. You know?
Yeah.
Director's cut.
Like John Wayne Bobbitt.
Nah, not quite that director's cut. But so far, it looked really good. I was impressed with the casting choices. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think what's his name is gonna play a good character in there. Old fucking X-Men guy.
I know.
I don't know the fuck his name is, to be honest. I was gonna say Professor X, but I can't remember.
That's the only reason I didn't call him by name, because I don't know it.
Patrick Stewart.
No, he's not in it though. It's the English dude.
The one who played the young Professor X.
Young Professor X.
Okay.
Yeah.
He played in Split and most recently Glass.
Yeah. Which I have not seen any of those films yet.
I've seen Split, and it really makes me want to see Unbreakable and Glass now.
Oh, I mean, I've seen Unbreakable, but I've never seen.
Unbreakable's real good.
Yeah, Unbreakable's fucking incredible. When I get the DVD back from a friend of mine, I'll let you borrow it.
Sounds good.
It's one of my favorite like M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movies.
Yeah, I mean that and Sixth Sense. Those are really the only good ones.
Yeah, I agree. Like after he blew his wad after those two.
Signs wasn't half bad.
Signs was fucking horrible.
I like Signs. Swing for the fences.
That was fucking stupid. I never watched Lady in the Water.
Me neither.
No.
And what was the one with the fucking
Village?
That was the one that killed me. Like
that's the one with the where they walk around with the red fucking. I don't even
know.
know.
Monster thing, but it's really just the wall or whatever.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. They're fucking in a goddamn time capsule, basically.
Really? That just saved me an hour and a half.
Yeah, you didn't see the movie?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you the end then. They're a bunch of fucking farmers that are pretending they lived back in the day. They're trapped in like a fence of a game preserve. And the reason they're keeping the kids there is to stay away from they're like kind of like almost like Amish people. You know, they're trying to keep them away from modern stuff.
Life and
yeah.
They have like that monster out there that like scares them or keeps away, but it's really just someone in a costume.
In a costume. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So it's
fuck me right.
And the only reason they find this out is because one of the kids gets stabbed by the retarded kid or something like that, and then they have to go get antibiotics because the kid's dying. Yeah. So they go.
Wow. Okay.
They travel through and they find this wall and jump the wall, and it's a fucking car and like freaking out and shit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bunch of fucking bullshit.
That's a swift kick in the nuts.
Lady in the Water is probably about a sewer rat. I don't know. And the other one, the one I'm talking about that was the last one I watched by him was fucking the Marky Mark one.
Oh my god,
I can't think of the name. What is it?
The Happening.
Was it The Happening?
Yes.
God, that movie was so bad.
Ah, God, there was nothing happening in that motherfucker at all.
Let's outrun the wind. Okay. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. It's about the planet killing us.
Yeah.
That's another one I won't be watching.
Don't watch it. It's terrible. Not a good film. Nothing worth redeeming at all. But I heard really good things about Glass, and I heard really good things about the Split. So,
yeah, Split was a real decent movie. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Don't Google Split, by the way, because you can get 3 different films, and one of them is definitely a bowling film. The other one is definitely XXX, and the other one is the one you want to watch. I tried to do that when we had the pirated Fire Stick, and I pulled up Split, and it was a bowling film, and I'm going, what the fuck? This is not the movie I want to watch.
Yeah, I mean, 2 out of 3 is not bad, but a bowling film? Come on, what the fuck?
I was like, man, this is stupid.
Kingpin's a bowling film. That's a classic.
That's a great movie. All right, Kingpin is a completely different type of film, though.
Mr. Munster.
Yeah. I pulled a Munson.
There it is,
Munson.
Yeah.
Look at it, man. There's a shit cloud coming.
Oh, fuck. Well, anyway, Matt, man, thank you for coming on the show, dude. Thank you for doing this. It was fun to have you on, man, and come bullshit and maybe break up your evening from sitting in a hotel room by yourself, diddling some cards.
Yep, I appreciate it, man. It's been fun coming on.
Of course, man, and you're always welcome to come back, of course. And like I told you before, we'll talk more about other things as time goes on.
Maybe next time you have a real co-host. You know?
No, I mean you did
Thanks
good.
for bearing with me.
You did good, man. This is the first time you've actually had to sit down and interview somebody.
Yeah. I think my biggest problem is I sit there and I bob my head and I agree and stuff like y'all can hear that.
Yeah,
so I'm like, yeah, okay, I have to verbalize it. I'm sitting over here shaking my head, agreeing. Yeah, I don't think that's picking up on this mic, you know?
Man, that's a good. That was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, my interview skills are a lot better when I don't have to talk, but you know, not everyone can see that.
So hopefully, guys, give it up for Chris. He did a really good job being stand-in. You know, hopefully Rum will be back next episode. I'm not really sure. I don't know what's going on with him. But we will have a returning guest to our show. The always awesome director, Mr. Billy Pond, is coming back on the show. We cannot wait. If you have not seen his movie Circus of the Dead, you are missing out. Or his other film, Doll Boy, which you can watch on YouTube. It's on YouTube right now if you want to go watch it. It's only 30 minutes, and it's really good. And he's got a new film coming out pretty soon called Cowboys from Hell. So, you know, he's always fun. He just kicked cancer's ass, and he's going to be on our show, so it's going to be great. We'll have him pretty soon, a couple episodes from now.
Make sure I have to listen to that one.
Yeah, right. Don't think you will, but it's okay.
I'm not even going to listen to this one.
I know.
I don't want to hear myself.
You should, because it's pretty good. Because I'm going to put some doctoring on it to make you really sound like an asshole.
Not a whole lot of work needed there.
But again, Matt, thank you, bro. Like I said, you are more than welcome to come back whenever you want to, dude. Like, just come on and shoot shit with us. You know, it'll be fun. So with that, guys, oh, wait. Before I even end it, you know what, Matt? I feel like a dick. Is there anything you want to plug, man? Can you tell these people where they can find your art, your sketches and shit if they want to buy something from you?
Yeah. I mean, you can look me up on Facebook. Just Matt Steffens. mmsteffens@yahoo.com is my email address for anything. I do have an Instagram account, but I never use it, so don't bother.
Good. I'm gonna start tagging you in all kind of fucking shit, like on Instagram.
I look at it like maybe once every couple weeks, and then I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then I just go back. I spend most of my time on Facebook, so Facebook's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Yeah, I did that. I was the same way till I realized that you can get a lot more followers on Instagram than you can on Facebook now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm noticing. So I'm slowly making the transition.
Yeah, and that's what I do now. So if anybody wants to go follow Matt on Instagram. It doesn't matter. If he's not there, follow him anyway.
I think is my Instagram.
What is it?
msteffens80 at I think that's my Instagram. Yeah.
Nice.
He checks his Instagram right after he gets home from his concerts.
Yes.
So
every concert he goes to, he checks them. So he's due for it. He's due for to check.
There you go. Nice. His next post will be his next concert.
Out, Lobster Cow. That's what I'm trying to push Red Lobster to start going. So
Lobster Cow.
Thing.
Sweet. Gotta look that up.
Let's make that a movement.
Yes.
Let's get behind that. I don't even know what it is, but I like it.
Man. The whole idea is to get the beef marbled with lobster meat. Perfect.
Oh, I'm in.
And throw a cheddar biscuit on side that motherfucker. Yeah. Give me 2 of them.
There you go.
I am so in. That would be a great breakfast sandwich.
Wouldn't it?
Cheddar biscuits and
when you throw that lobster on it, you gotta eat with your pinky out because you're fancy then, you know.
Ooh. Man.
You take yourself to Red Lobster for that. You know you're having your way with yourself that night.
All right, Matt. That's two business ideas we came up with on this show. The forever straw and now this, the breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, we'll be millionaires.
God, dude, what the fuck are we waiting on? All right, guys. Again, thank you guys for joining us. So I was your host, Wayne.
And I was the fill-in, Chris.
And that gentleman over there was Matt Steffens. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, to keep it metal. Yeah. Hey guys, real quick, I just want to make a quick statement before I got out of here. I want to say thank you to Matt Steffens for joining us on the show. It was fucking awesome to have him on here. Also want to say thank you to Chris, the Enforcer Rochford, for coming out and helping me in the jam and hosting a show with me. It's the first time he's ever done something like that, so it was very cool of him to do that. Also, before you guys correct me, I know I already messed up Metallica's bass player's name, and I also know I changed the order of the commercials, so you got the right one. So anyway, take it easy, guys, and keep it metal.
That's it.
Get the fuck